firing sights. A bare minimum for proficient shooting. They never fog up, never run out of batteries, and yeah, pretty much can't live without them. We're shooting sticky notes at 50 yards. And I was aiming for this one, and we got a flyer here, which is all me, without a doubt. But there's no doubt that optics are a game changer. So let's go see how we can, if we can tighten that up with an optic. The specific optic I'm referring to is the Vortex Spitfire 3X Prism Scope. That's a fixed 3/8 power magnification, Gen 1. And the specs here are, we have, if you guys can read them, red and green illumination, total length is 5.5 inches, weight 15.4 ounces, lens diameter 32 millimeters, 2.8 inches of eye relief, estimated max brightness battery life is 250 hours. You don't see it on the spec sheet, I don't think, at least I haven't seen it yet, but it's got an etched reticle, so you don't always necessarily need to use the battery. Got two accessory rails, which I'll show you, flip up lens caps, runs off the standard CR2032 battery, and the mounting system you can run lower 1/3 or true co-witness on AR platform. Let's get her mounted and see how we do. Well, here's how we're looking mounted up to the M&P 15 Sport 2. You know, the Gen 2 is a little smaller, more compact, probably a little lighter weight. But I say the Gen 1 on an M4 profile AR, kind of a vibe. Alright guys, if you're enjoying the video at this point, first of all, I'd encourage you to give me a like, give me a comment, tell me what you do and don't like, your thoughts on the video, thoughts on the scope, anything of that nature. And if you do appreciate it, and if you feel so inclined, I'd encourage you to check out my Ko-Fi page. I'll put a link to that at the bottom there. You know, you can help support, you know, even if you pitched in just a couple bucks towards a box of ammo, that would go a long ways to help keep me putting stuff, keep helping me put footage of firearms and things at the range, helping support the 2A community. So, if I can get you guys a shot through the reticle. I don't think I can. Very good. That's something. I can't believe how hard this is to hold a rifle and then a camera up to the scope, try to get it in eye relief. That doesn't do it justice, but I'll show you some pictures of the reticle. But let's see if we can't get this thing sighted in here. Alright, so we're going to try to start out here at 25 yards. We'll put 5 rounds on a sticky note and see how we do. Check it out, see if we're on paper. Aiming for the top center sticky note. One, two, three, dead center. Looks like maybe we're a touch left and probably right up here somewhere. So with the offset, I would say that's really not too bad. So I might take 5 more. I'll move my hold. That was dead center, so we'll hold down at the bottom here. and try 5 more and just see where we're at. See if we're still left a little bit. Alright, so after thinking about it a little bit, the offset should actually be hitting a little low, not high. So we're going to adjust this. We're going to bring our elevation down a little bit. And you got these little like screwdriver, flat blade screwdriver tips on your turret caps to help you out with that. And let's see here, see if we can fit that in there. We're going to try 4 clicks down, and then of course our caps are retained on this little wire, so we're not going to lose those. That's pretty cool. But let's try these 5 and see where we're at. Alright, so 4 clicks down. Ooh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm okay with, let's go 2 clicks right. Let's give that a shot. There's 5. Okay, so we pulled them over just a hair. So I'm going to say 2 more clicks. So out of the box here, we've had to move our, adjust our reticle quite a bit down and a fair amount to the right. And I know pretty precise measurements, quite a bit down, a fair amount. But I would say probably 40 clicks down as I've stretched it out. 40 clicks down and probably 20-ish to the right. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nothing to write home about. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I suppose one of those was probably from a prior shot. But I think given the shooting platform, I think that's probably about as good as we're going to get for today. We need something a little more secure and stable if we want to be a little more precise. Alright, so I promised you I would show you the reticle, and here's what it is in the owner's manual. Your 1 to 200 yards is your top crosshair. Then you move down to 3, 4, and 500 yards. And it does have ranging instructions in here as well. So you can use the reticle to kind of range your targets. And let's see, the only other thing I guess I didn't cover was I did mention you have the red and green illumination. You do have your 2 pick rails on the top here where you can mount a reflex sight, red dot for close quarters engagements. But again, this is going to be more of a dedicated hunting scope and fun at the range scope for me. I've got other optics on other firearms for other purposes. We'll leave it at that. Overall, I'm happy with the Spitfire 3X Prism Scope. With my eyes, I have astigmatism. Don't have the sharpest vision in the world. I wear contacts, so red dots are a little blurry. Generally no magnification. Having a little magnification to get out there at 100 yards sure makes a big difference. Otherwise, this guy is really... I was at Bass Pro. Why didn't I get the Gen 1 instead of the Gen 2 instead of the Gen 1? I was at Bass Pro, had a gift card. It's when I bought the PC carbine. If you haven't seen that video, that should be my previous video. And I was thinking, man, I need an optic for that sucker. And my plan was to go ahead and take my Sig Romeo 5 red dot off my 350 Legend, put it on the Ruger PC carbine, and then put this Spitfire on my 350 Legend for deer season, having that little bit of 3x magnification. But it's not quite summer yet, late spring. We have a few months to go before deer season, and thought it'd be fun to shoot it on the M&P Sport 2, which has yet to have an optic on it. It's just been iron sights. I've had it for about 3 years. So like I say, definitely happy with it. Would recommend if you want something for a little bit of range. Didn't get up close or close quarters shooting with it, and it has the ring inside there where you're supposed to be able to use that for close quarters. Otherwise, you've got your rails here on either side where you could put a reflex red dot on there and use that for those purposes.